Hey class, we're going to go ahead and get into part 2 of equations. And so it's going to look very similar to expression breakdown, but this time it's going to be about equation breakdown. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So equation breakdown. Okay, equation breakdown. Now let's underline it with orange. Why not? Underline it with orange. Okay, equation breakdown. So, when we're talking about equations, right? We want to understand that. Very important to understand. Equations have equal signs. Okay, equations have equal signs. Right? We do have equal signs, and what an equation is. Let's go ahead and write that right here. Two, right? The number two expressions, right? Two expressions are equal, right? Two expressions are equal to each other. Okay, so when we're talking about an equation is when two expressions, we talked about expressions, what expressions do not have equal signs, right? Do not have equal signs. So let's say this is an expression and this is an expression and they are equal to each other, okay? Equal to each other, right? Two expressions equal to each other. Two expressions are equal to each other. Okay, make sure you have that written down. And again, we're going to approach this just like we did the expression breakdown. Okay, but this time it's an equation breakdown. Equations have what? Equations have what? Equal signs. All right, make sure you get that written down. I'm going to go ahead and move this up so we can write at the bottom. You should still be able to see it kind of. Equation breakdown. Bring this up here just a little bit. Yes, you should be able to see. Okay. Again, equation breakdown. Two expressions are equal to each other. So, let's see what this color. Here we go. So, the left expression is going to be 2x plus 5. That's an expression. Why is that an expression? Because it doesn't have a what? It doesn't have a what? Equal sign, right? And that's an algebraic expression, right? And the right expression, we're going to call it a numerical expression. That's the right expression. It's a numerical expression. Why is it a numerical expression? It doesn't have a what? Equal sign, and it only has what? A number, right? So it's a numerical expression. And when these two expressions are what? Equal to each other, this entire thing is called an equation. Okay? It's called an equation. All right, so we're going to go ahead and label just like we did with the equation, the expression breakdown, but this time we got the expression breakdown. First one up, just like before, the number 2 is the coefficient. Okay, the coefficient. Coefficient. The next one we got, just like before, x is the variable, right? Variable. The plus sign is the operation. And remember, the operation can be addition or subtraction, right? Could be addition or subtraction. And the number 5, remember, is the constant. Right? The number 5 is the constant. And then now we have a new one. Equal sign. Right? That's an equal sign. And then we have another constant. If it had a variable next to it, then we'd be talking about coefficient and variable, right? But in this case, we got a constant. Okay? Now, before I told you terms, and let's actually write that down again. Let's write that to the side over here. Again, terms. I don't want to do it in blue. Let's do it in purple, should be good. Terms are separated by plus and minus signs. Right? Terms are separated by plus and minus signs. Now, not only are they separated by plus or minus signs, they're also separated by equal signs now, okay? So how many terms do you see here? How many terms do you see here? Let's go ahead and count. Term 1. Term 2. And term 3. Term 1, term 2, term 3. Equal signs also separate terms. And then this entire thing is called an equation. And then also, don't forget, the reason why it's called an equation is because you have two expressions, that's this and this, are equal to each other. These two are equal to each other. This expression is equal to this expression. All right? And now, we won't get into these types. This is a two-step equation. We'll get into those after we do one-step equations, which is in part 3. Okay, so again, this is part 2, equation breakdown. Let me bring it down real quick. All right, make sure you have this written down. Thanks for watching, guys.